Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to our channel. Once again, it's me, your favorite bro, QuickSilver 15, and of course it's Lemony. Yeah, gusto nyo sumali sa video, so say hello. Aww. So today we'll be discussing one of the most Pinoy pride moments in cinema history, and of course it's also a Pixar movie. And it's a Pixar movie on top of that. So yeah guys, today we'll be reviewing Raya and The Last Dragon. And I know, hindi naman specifically sinabing Pilipina si Raya. And hindi naman sinabing it's actually based in any Philippine myth. Of course, they just said it's based on a Southeast Asian mythology. Pero bakit kamukha ni Pia Wurtzbach yung main character? Bakit kamukha ni Vice Ganda yung kalaban? Oo nga, kan ba yung pinakakalaban, parang kalaban yun? Ano? Ba't siya nag-aarnis? Ba't siya may finishing move na sa sepak takraw? Bakit may Banawi Rice Terraces, tapos 100 Islands, tapos ano pa ba? Sundot ko langot. Incidents? I think not. But also on a serious note, the character designs and landscapes really do remind me of stuff I've seen in Philippine history books. Like, of course, there's a sword that reminds me of one of the wavy swords in, again, a Filipino history book that I've seen when I was a kid. Of course, it's not really specific to the Philippines, but yeah, the Philippines do have all those stuff. So yeah, Raya is pretty much a hodgepodge of Southeast Asian culture. And what other country is a hodgepodge of culture more than the Philippines? So yeah, we have Malaysian, Chinese, Indonesian, a lot of stuff coming and going outside the Philippines culture, mixing in with ours. And yeah, again, it just shows in Raya. So although it's a Southeast Asian thing, I think it's really more of a Filipino thing. Anyway, even if it's not a direct Philippine-inspired movie, if you want to believe that, having a Southeast Asian representation of any sorts is just something to be proud of, because of course, alam naman natin yung madaming tons of movies about knights, about Indians, cowboys, mga samurai, and of course, kung fu fighting, magic monks. And there aren't really any Southeast Asian representation during the ancient times, and having a glimpse of that somehow is awesome. And yeah, it makes you want to think that it's awesome to have lived during the mythological era of the Philippines and the whole Southeast Asia as a whole. Enough about that. Let's get to the gist of the story. So essentially, the world is at war over some sort of mystical stone called the Dragon Gem, and it essentially saved the world once before, and now the whole world of Raya is at war to get hold of this magic gem. And of course, one wise chieftain of course says, I have enough of this war, and he decided to throw a feast to unify the whole nation. And of course that failed drastically. The gem shattered, and of course all hell essentially breaks loose, and of course each of the land has commandeered a fraction of the gem, and it's up to Raya to collect them all and save the world essentially. So it's essentially a heist movie with a Disney princess, so that's pretty cool. It's not quite clear which Saiyan Southeast Asian myth this is based it from. They didn't really say, but I strongly believe it is based from the tale of the Bakunawa, or the moon-eating dragon here in the Philippines. And you may ask, bakit good yung dragon? Di ba dun sa story ng Bakunawa, he's like the big bad guy? Well, of course, Disney has a good track record of making bad characters essentially from the original story into good guys. Like, of course, Elsa, and the story of the Ice Queen is a famous German myth, and there the Ice Queen is a bad character essentially, and they made her awesome and Frozen. So yeah, it's not out of their power to kind of make the myth their own and create something new out of it. So yeah, so essentially there is no bad guy in this movie. Well, in essence, the people are the bad guy, and they are also essentially the cure. So it goes around that whole philosophy that the people are the sickness, but we can also be the cure if we can rise above our greed and our selfishness, essentially. So the animation is great. The textures are very realistic. The textures are often very realistic, and especially on the sceneries, it can be very breathtaking. We have also a bunch of lovable characters. Definitely you'll fall in love with most, if not all of them. Of course, Disney has to sell them toys and rake in that toy revenue. Of course, we have especially so we have the character of Tuk Tuk, which is like an armadillo, which is super cute. It's like a predecessor of BB-8. He's basically the predecessor of BB-8 in this movie. And of course we have the baby with the monkeys, of course. And oh my god, I'm really hoping for a baby and the 3 monkeys spin-off. So Disney, make that happen. Rake in more cash. So soundtrack wise, there weren't really anything special. There are no like special musical numbers here. So Raya does not sing. Well, she has one scene, but that's kind of like a prayer, not really a super song like the ones you see in Mulan and stuff. So yeah, that's, I don't know if I'm disappointed by that. Maybe I was just hoping for like an Elsa moment where she just screams into the unknown, of her version of the Into the Unknown or something like that. One thing I do think they could have improved on in this movie is the pacing of the movie, because it can be really fast, and I think they missed a chance to build an even more meaningful world. Because although like each tribe is like the part of the dragon, and they don't really go deeper into the culture as I would have wanted. And of course that's the case with these heist like films. They just jump from one location to the other. But yeah, it was a bit fast, and I had hoped they would have dwelled a bit more in each of the tribal areas. Because they had a lot of wonderful, beautiful scenery, and yeah, again, I think there are a lot of wasted potential in that. And yeah, I think a Raya spin-off series would be really cool, where they can give even more life into the world. Also, the character of Tong, he was set to be this awesome badass warrior guy, and I don't really got much of he got much screen time, and I hope they give him a chance. I had hoped they would give him the chance to shine as the warrior. You know, have an awesome fight scene with one of the bad guys. I think there was lost potential there as well. Overall, Raya is a really good movie. The pacing for me again is a bit off, and the story seems a bit generic. It seems like we've seen it from another. I think it seems like we've seen it in another form or so from another movie or another anime. It actually kind of reminds me of Moana, where Moana returns the heart of Tafiti. So yeah, maybe that's just me, but we're giving Raya The Last Dragon a good 7 out of 10. Definitely not the best Disney movie, but with Southeast Asian representation, I do believe that it is a must-watch. It deserves a watch, and you know, it surprised me that in the credits, there is a note there that just gives thanks to the 400 animators and the rest of the production team for this movie who work from home. I mean, it's hard enough to work in an office because the workload, I mean, for the rendering and stuff is really heavy for these types of animation. So shout out to the animation team for working at home and doing an awesome job. So yeah, respect to the entire team. Really, you did an awesome job, guys. Anyway, that's just my opinion, guys. Of course, have you seen Raya The Last Dragon? What do you guys think? Please comment it down below. And once again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and notification bell so you'll be notified of our next videos. Once again, it's your bearded bro QuickSilver 15 signing off. Peace.